What is up, YouTube? And if you are as excited as me, then the Revelry has began. I have opened too many packs of Shining Revelry today, and basically what we're going to be doing is showcasing a few of the different decks that I have the ability to play, because they do cap the things that you can do, and I'm just going to showcase and talk about some of the new cards, see what we come up against in the normal mode while we're just playing online, and go from there. So without further ado, I do be a-doing a lot. I am going to show you the decks that we're going to be playing today, probably about 3 or 4 of each, and then we'll move on. And yeah, it'll just be kind of a compendium video of some of the new stuff I have access to. So let's get right into it. Also, I lost to this deck. This Lucario EX Kangaskhan deck is crazy! I don't think you guys understand how... Annoyed isn't the right word, but right between a doing and not a doing, I decided to go for a little walk because I was like, let me clear my head before I record these battles, and like I'm gonna get these decks thrown together and whatnot. And I kid you not, I realized I'm going through, I'm clicking my claims. I realized I didn't get the extra bonus gold because the way the bundles work. So I went ahead and recorded my pulls on my phone, and they didn't record, and I pulled a god pack. I finally pulled a god pack, and it's not recorded. I'm so upset. It's right here. I'm just like, you know, this is the pack I pulled. I went to check it. I am a huge Beedrill fan at this point. Like, I was already excited about Beedrill. So to see the shiny Beedrill at the start, then I flipped it and it was the full art Beedrill. And then we got the Pachirisu and the Iono and the Bibarel too. Like, it was so cool. I have the full suite of Kakuna, of Weedle and Beedrill for like the shinies, and that is so neat. It's here, like the proof is right here, like here are the cards, but I missed the actual, like I was so excited. And yeah, so unfortunately this is all you guys get from that side of it, the pack opening. I was just so upset when I realized, like, out of everything I hadn't recorded it. But enough of doing, let's check out the video. We are going into our first game of the day. We're going to be playing this Mewtwo variant. I think Giratina is so powerful with it. Basically, we're trying to power it up while we're waiting on Mewtwo, and Giratina plus Dawn is going to give us some super easy setup. It's basically like a quicker Gardevoir that doesn't require setup, and then we can have Gardevoir on the bench for when we do get to the point where we're Psy-blasting everyone. So I'm excited to play this one out. So we've already got the Mewtwo, and we've got Giratina. We're going to go ahead and lead with the Mewtwo. On turn 4, we're going to be attacking. We're going to put that energy. We're going to be able to add energy to Giratina, and suddenly we're ahead. We also led with Ralts and Kirlia. One of the best starts this could really ask for. Really excited to see what we're playing up against. Not only is like going to be engaging with our deck going to be interesting, but seeing what opponents are playing and seeing what exists out there. Especially day 1, everybody can get access to different cards and want to experiment with different things. I know I've got 5 exciting different decks to bring at you, so this is pretty similar to your traditional list with Mewtwo. But Giratina EX, we're only playing 1. I've only pulled 1. I've pulled the immersive Giratina EX, and that's it. But we've got a Palmy in the back line, and we're going to lead with Pokeball here. I also have a Palmont deck that's going to be coming. We're not using Pachirisu, though, because I don't think that's the way to go. They've got Voltorb. This looks like kind of a Circle Circuit Pikachu deck, but they are going first, which means it's not as good. So Pokeball already off to a good start. We're going to use our Pokeball to pull out what'll be either Mewtwo or Ralts. That's all we have left in the deck. There's the Ralts. We can get it on the bench. We've got Kirlia in hand, and we've got Professor's Research. So just a very nice opening. There's another Kirlia. There's another Research for next turn. So we're going to put this on Mewtwo. We can't attack yet, so let's just go ahead and Broken Space Bellow. Now, we're going to be able to be on a turn earlier if we get Dawn. And we are just setting Giratina up. We can attack with our Mewtwo next turn, or we can opt not to get Giratina further set up. Mewtwo being very powerful at the beginning of the game. There's the Thunderbolt Pikachu. So now we can make a decision. He is going to meet the break point where he just one-shots our Mewtwo. We're not running Cape. We eschewed it for some efficiency. Not efficient. Yeah, just like being more consistent. And now we're kind of regretting it, although Red would also nullify it, right? I haven't pulled a single Pikachu EX. Pikachu, the full art Pikachu is my favorite card in this set, I think. I don't think this Pikachu EX is particularly powerful, but being able to combine it with like Pachirisu here, and then, you know, X speeds to get out for free. Next turn, he could potentially like X speed into Dawn into place an energy and take us out. So we're going to go ahead and pop both of our Kirlias. We can do this 2 ways. We could slab first. I think we're actually just going to go ahead and slab and see if we grab Gardevoir, because if it's not Gardevoir, There's red, which isn't going to matter in this matchup, and then we can research. So we can just start attacking with Mewtwo, or there's the Gardevoir, and there's the Slab. So what we can do is potentially retreat out into Mewtwo, put Mewtwo in, we retreat out, send Giratina in, and the next turn we can attack with Giratina to knock whatever is in. So this is part of the flexibility that this deck now has. I'm not going to attack. Part of the reason why I think the Patchy Pika deck isn't going to be as good is because being able to knock Pachirisu out really early is going to make it where you just have to kill one Pikachu who's probably not going to be able to attack twice, especially if he attacks. He attacks, he loses all his energy. I really wish it was like discard 3 instead of discard all, because then you could at least maybe pack it together on the bench. But Giratina EX deals 130 damage for 4, and you'll see next turn we're going to get that off. So unless they have that X-Speed Dawn energy combo I was just talking about, we've already got this game pretty cinched up, because then once Mewtwo comes in, there's the energy on Pikachu. They're going to be able to knock us out. One thing about it, though, is they will knock our Giratina out. That'll make it where once Giratina gets knocked out, we are going to lose the ability. Sorry. We are going to... Okay, so they're switching to Palmont, who has 160 health with the Cave. That's pretty impressive. So they're going to make us attack it. They're going to have Pikachu come out, and then they're going to take us out. So I do like that combination of, that they have going. We'll go ahead and get the Gardevoir. We are going to... The Palmont is making things a little more difficult. If we can equip, and then we can use the effect, but then our Mewtwo doesn't have anything, we can kill the Palmont on the Crackback. He's already going to take our Giratina out, so let's do it this way. Let's use the Psy Shadow. Put the energy on Giratina. We won't Bellows. We're going to take the 20 damage ourselves, but we were already going to be knocked out by that Pikachu anyway. So we need to draw Cyrus to take it out. The Palmite might be doing the work, being able to survive with that massive 140 health plus the 160 on the Giant's belt. Seems pretty good. So it looks like what they're doing is playing like Patchy to charge up Pika, and then they're playing these free retreat costs, maybe hoping people are playing less Cyrus, which I think they are. I am also playing less Cyrus. They put the energy on the Palmont. I don't know if they're trying to show off, pull it back in Dawn. It doesn't need any energy to retreat. It might just be a potential misplay on their part, and that does happen. We can steal wins like that. But assuming they did it on the Pikachu, Rocky Helmet on Patchy, okay, they're just kind of like pressing buttons, it feels like. I don't really know why they're deciding to do what they're doing. So they've got the Patchy. They could potentially take us out with the Palmont. I think they're trying to get it to where we get double prized before we... Basically what we're going to get double prized before. I think that's the plan they're going with. This does nothing. We've already got the other Mewtwo in hand. We can do a couple of things. So Gardevoir has to do it to the active slot. We need to save the Psychic Sphere because they could have the other belt for the Pikachu. We can knock the... Basically, I think they're trying to make us knock the Patchy out. But I don't know that any of this does what they want it to do. I don't know. Weird spot. We'll go ahead and use the Gardevoir. Put the Psychic Energy on the Giratina. We could retreat, but that doesn't really do anything for us. We could Bellows and end our turn. But we'll go ahead and knock... We'll just force them. Because if they... We've got a couple different options. We can kind of force them to have the X speed. I think I'm just going to end my turn. We're going to see what they end up doing. We're kind of trying to force them to attack us. They want to be able to get a kill without wasting Pikachu's energy. We want to be able to attack without Pikachu's energy being utilized. Or we want to be able to attack and force them to revenge kill us with the Pikachu so they don't have it set up anymore. Again, the discarding all energy problem, where it can get one good attack in and it's probably not going to last long enough to get a second. This will be Pikachu powered up, or they can retreat, one of the two. Getting Pikachu powered up isn't necessarily the incorrect play. Being able to get our Mewtwo online is going to be a problem for them because, yeah, so we'll attack. We'll live with 80. They'll send out Palmont maybe. We can kill it. It'll knock out our Giratina. And I think that's kind of like what they're trying to go for. I think that's the play they're going for. We could eschew them a little bit. Do something crazy, like get Gardevoir in there. It's just not enough damage, unfortunately. I do think that's what they were trying to do, though. Slab and Pokeball are still... we could potentially pull Giratina out, send Gardevoir in. Gardevoir could... Let's slab. Let's see if we get the other Gardevoir, because this might put us on a different kind of clock. There's the Cyrus. Unfortunate. That would have been pretty good. We will go ahead and... I think we need to keep the Mewtwo, honestly. So we'll just go ahead and hit them with the Chaotic Impact. Knock it out. They'll send Palmot in, I think is the plan. They're trying to get us on the revenge. Yeah, that's like definitely what they're trying to do. But do we have a way to avoid that? We know Cyrus is now on the bottom of our deck, and we are only playing one, which is... we actually have the second one. Let's play around having the second Cyrus. They're trying to make it where we take 2 of their prizes out before they send Pikachu in. We're trying to force their Pikachu to attack us. We have taken 10 damage on the Mewtwo because of the Patchy Ping, and so they could Cyrus it out. And if they do Cyrus it out, they can attack with Pikachu and knock it out, but we can revenge it. So they're sending the Pikachu in. They're committing it. And we're going to see what they end up doing. I feel like they have to be... No, okay. They just said they're tired of waiting on us. They're going to burn all their energy. And they're going to send Pikachu in. But they don't have Cape on Pikachu, so we now get to take it out with the Mewtwo. I guess they weren't I don't know. I don't really know what the plan was. I think they just misplayed. We played a little bit more patiently than they were going to allow us to. So there is the Side Shadow. We're going to hit it. Throw the second Mewtwo out here, because why not? Show them, hey, this is what we got going on. We're going to side drive to take that Pikachu out, take the double points, and then next turn, we've got Mewtwo, Gardevoir set up. They're not going to be able to take us out. Too much going on for them. Deciding not to do anything, you know, they just weren't patient enough. But I think this is the problem with a card like Pikachu. You can't just keep ramping it up to be like, hey, I'm going to consistently be a threat. And because we didn't knock out, we didn't allow them to ever get a second one set up because we just left all their stuff on the board. And they're going to concede. Makes sense. They have nothing to contest us now. Yeah, so a little scary, honestly. I think their pivoting with the Palmot was pretty good, but then they shouldn't have played the Voltorb. And that's something that'll go away as like decks get better and more efficient and tighter. This is obviously like day one of a new meta. Let's send our thanks to Dandy Pep, and we'll roll into the next game. All right, and we are back. We have found our next opponent. We are playing against Jib Needle, whatever that is. So basically, we are still playing our Mewtwo EX deck. We're looking for Giratina to get set up early. Very similar to the original Gardevoir Mewtwo deck, but we have some power plays. So we're going second. I'd like to show you what the deck can do on the crack. We are leading Ralts, though, which is not good. Definitely not what you want to see in this deck. We have half of our deck is better options than this. They're also going first with Executor, which can be pretty scary. I'm assuming, you know, they've got Executor and they're not playing the one of Execute. They're just going to bop us, I feel like. So we're going to lead with Pokeball. We're going to pull out, hopefully, Mewtwo or Giratina. Either's fine. There's the Mewtwo. We don't have a way to get the Ralts out, which is annoying without committing an energy. We're going to research to draw, see what we can get. I think the slabs in this deck... Okay, so there's Kirlia. So we can do it this way and hope. We have double slab in our hands, so it might be likely that we can get over to the Gardevoir. But we also might just start getting bopped by Executor EX, which we're not playing any healing in this deck. Ideally, you've got the Giratina chilling, or you've got the Mewtwo chilling, and we can start applying pressure. But Executor EX consistently a strong card in the meta. That turn 3 so powerful. Doesn't matter if it's going first or second. And yeah, just coming at us, we've got the Pokeball. They've got Sprigatito. The Meowscarada is really cool. With red, it one-shots our Mewtwo and our Giratina. Let's hope they get Tails. Doesn't really matter if they're setting the Meowscarada up there, but at least this stops us from getting two-tapped by the Executor EX. So not the most likely thing to happen, but can happen and is pretty frustrating. So we're going to go ahead. There's that Kirlia. We have the Dawn, so we can start striking back Mewtwo and all that. We can slab to see if we can get Gardevoir. If we can't get Gardevoir, that sucks to put on the bottom of our deck, but we could have waited. But I just think trying to look for something to get something else set up, and yeah, there's that. We are going to Dawn. We're going to move that off of Kirlia. That's why we use the Ralts that we do, because we can save it. That's also like another fun little synergy. If we get Gardevoir next turn, we do knock Executor EX out, which is pretty powerful, and then we'll have Gardevoir. Obviously needing to get Gardevoir, but we know it's in the top 8 of our deck, and we have 2 of it, and we could potentially still have a... we've used the research, and we know that it's not in the top 2. They're researching. They've got double research, of course. They are going to have the Meowscarada in the back. Setup is going to be good. Yeah, it's just going to one-shot our Mewtwo EX when it comes in, even if this didn't happen. We can knock out the Executor EX, though, if we get Gardevoir here. Yes. All right, we got it. It's just that easy. And maybe they don't have Floragato. If they don't have Floragato, then we're good to go. We will use that Side Shadow ability. Meowscarada does not die to 2 Gardevoir EXs, though, which is a little annoying, and red doesn't change this. But we have the Mewtwo EX. We're putting them on Gotta Have It. They probably do. They have used research. They have 2 of it. We got the Gardevoir, so we can't get upset if they get their 1. And yeah, we are going to get Meowscarada out of this game, or we are going to potentially live. If we draw into... We have the Cyrus in hand, so if we can get a good Gardevoir hit in, find the Giratina, but it might take too long to get set up. So we have the Mewtwo potential too. It's kind of a 50-50. Tell me they don't have it. Ah, they've got it. There it is. Fighting Claws, dealing 130 damage to EXs. This is a card I'm very excited about. And 140 health itself, too, is pretty powerful. Now, it only deals 60, but it is enough to take out our Gardevoir. I already knew this deck was going to be pretty decent against ours. We've got the Ralts, which is going to do nothing, and we don't have enough to attack. So we are going to use our Side Shadow. We'll see if we can draw. Basically, we would need to draw Giratina. Yeah, I think we need to draw Giratina or Mewtwo, one of those 2, or Pokeball. We can retreat out. Does that change the map? It does change the map, because now, yeah, they've got it. It's going to be a pretty... let's just see what we draw, but they have it with the Rocky Helmet, because the plus 20, 130 plus 20 is 150. If they have the red, we don't have the cape, so it doesn't really matter. There's Gardevoir, and with that, we are going to scoop. Good game. The Executor Meowscarada very, makes a lot of sense. You could probably get a little bricked up with too many, you have the stage 1 and the stage 2. I could see a hand that looks like leading, even leading Sprigatito is not bad, because you can always use its ability to search. So I think that's a pretty powerful deck. I'll have to try it. All right, guys, this is a very bad deck I'm excited to showcase. This is a Bidoof Wigglytuff heal stall deck using Water Energy and Irida. We've got the Team Rocket Grunts to stop our opponent from doing anything. We've got the Sing Jigglypuff to put him to sleep while we're setting our Bidoof up. It takes 4 energy to get Bibarel online, and we're going first, so it's going to be really, really bad. But hopefully we can showcase some fun stuff. Once again, I have got really bad. I had to... Oh, we've got the shiny Wiglet. That's exciting. It's a really cool card. That's one of the decks I am not showcasing today. I feel like it's going to be really high up on people's lists. So we're going to do Pokeball. We're going to grab our Bidoof. Okay, we're already in it. We're in the running. The Super Fang plus Bibarel knocks anything in the game out, So that's a pretty powerful combo, if I do say so myself. Let's hope they don't get Misty Flip until randomly knocking us out. We're going to try to get as many basics on the bench. Irida, funnily enough, has a cute little matchup. They could end up just knocking our Bidoof out, though, with the Wiglet if we get unlucky with the randomness. So hopefully we don't get that unlucky. They're researching into Pokeball, so we're already unlucky, but that's okay. I want to see what this deck does going second. Oh, they've got this shiny Dodonzo, too. Cool. I like the yellow of this. And we've got the Wiglet. They're playing a yellow-blue deck. That's really cute. I like it a lot. We're going to draw. They did hit our Bidoof, but luckily for us, we've got Potion in the back. Let's hang on to our Bibarel right now. We don't need to evolve Wigglytuff yet. We're not the active Pokemon, so really we could actually just mess them up. But we are just going to Potion right now so we don't get accidentally knocked out by the Wiglet. If they do go evolve, they need another energy, which means they need... Yeah, which Sing isn't even going to be good. They're asleep. We'll see if they wake up or not, but if they evolve, it doesn't matter. So they are going to stay asleep. So let's hope no Misty, no Wugtrio. No Misty, no Wugtrio. I do like the way that both of these are the shiny yellows. They go well together. There's the Misty. So if they Misty into Wugtrio... Oh, yes. Okay, so now it doesn't even matter. They could just leave it not Wugtrio EX if they want to really play the game. But they're going to just put it on there. They're like, we're not worried about you. We're just asleep. It doesn't matter. But they're not going to be ready for the Super Fang combo. There's the Wugtrio. They wake up. But yeah, being able to deal 50 to everything... Luckily, our Bidoof's alive. We have... Ooh, okay, this is what we play this for. We've got Wigglytuff. We're going to... This might actually be a really fun matchup, honestly. So we are going to... We've got 2 things we can do. We're just going to Rocket Grunt. We're going to see if we can flip their Misty Luck on its head. Yes, that's my first Team Rocket Grunt. Oh my gosh, Team Rocket Grunt is crazy. I don't think that card's going to be particularly powerful overall. but dang, does it feel fun to like knock them out and hit them. So we're gonna just gentle slap them, you know, 3 more of those, and we'll actually be able to take the Wug Trio out. Unless we can get like Rocky Helmet or something in the meantime. Now we can just start powering up our B-Barrel. They've got the Articuno EX. Lame. How are you going to come at me with a shiny blue deck and then also have Articuno in it? They're like, just in case. But it does make sense with the Blizzard and the Wug Trio. I like the spread damage. I think that's a cool thing for Ice to do. Watch. They're just going to manually put their energy on. They conceded! Okay, there was no reason for them to concede. I really think they were fine. But yeah, we do have the Wigglytuff win, which is just terrifying. So yeah, good game. I can't pronounce your name. I don't speak Japanese. And yeah, into the next one. All right, guys, here we are into the next game. We were playing against Saul, it looks like, or Sal, one of something like that. We are still playing our B-Barrel Wigglytuff deck. Our last person just rage quit. They had no need to rage quit. We're going second also. That's awesome. We can be really annoying now. We're going to lead with the Jigglypuff. And we have the Wigglytuff in hand. We're missing the Bidoof, which is what we need, but leading this side, oh, that's so cool. They've got the shiny Charmander. It's going to be so exciting seeing the shinies that people have pulled and built a deck around. And this is a deck I'm interested in. I think the new Charizard EX is not going to be nearly as good as the old one, because having to stoke yourself isn't as good as being stoked by Moltres. Even if you get a little unlucky, there's like enough time. They've got a second shiny Charmander. I see why they're repping this deck. What a cool thing to do. So now we are going to see if we can put them to sleep. It's not very good, considering the fact that we're playing against a evolution deck, and being able to evolve just gets rid of status. But we do have Bidoof, and we are going to be able to get Jigglypuff singing. We have nothing to worry about. I guess we're going to go ahead and throw them on the bench. I doubt they're like going to have Sabrina. We're going to put them to sleep and just force them to flip some coins. At least the coins in this game look good. I like the way they're using the basic Pokeball one. I'm using the Manaphy one for the water deck. Ha! They're asleep. They weren't going to be able to attack us with combustion now. Hopefully I don't have Charmeleon to just be able to combust us anyway. But yeah, I think there will be argument. Yeah, okay, so they just evolve anyway, so it doesn't even matter. We might not deal enough damage fast enough, honestly. I think that's actually what's about to happen. They're going to stoke themselves. Okay. Stoke is so... They're going to stoke. They're going to be set up. We're not going to be able to really threaten them. But we have Team Rocket Grunt. So if we can get lucky on the reverse... Oh, I'm loving this card. If we can get the reverse Misty Luck. Because if they stoke themselves and then I Team Rocket Grunt steal all their energy, I am going to be stoked myself. Because then they're going to lose the game. Yeah, so we've got the Charizard EX. Oh, they're using the old Charizard EX. With the Crimson Storm. Okay, so they're not using the new one at all. They're going to get their health up more. We have B-Barrel deals 100, so we're not that worried about the 150 anymore. We were going to take 3 attacks anyway. They're caping. They're just using their capes now, whatever. They're playing like Houndoom. That's cool. They're potioning. Okay, so they are changing the math. They're not going to deal any damage to our Wigglytuff. Oh my goodness. So if we do get any Team Rocket Grunts going, they're going to be so upset. We're going to leave the Bidoof right now. No reason to risk getting it like caught by something, and we could always get rid of it. They're not going to like have status issues or anything. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hopefully Team Rocket Grunt rip this Charizard apart. I really think low efficiency decks, if Team Rocket Grunt's any kind of popular, fighting decks that require 1 energy, the Darkrai Weavile deck, you know, obviously they're not playing a super optimized deck. This is just normals. We don't have ranked yet. I'm excited to have this Wigglytuff be super annoying. They don't have any energy on the bench. We don't have to worry about any of that. We've got Dawn. We've got the other Bidoof now. All right, we are kind of in a primo position. We are going to heal ourselves, and then we're going to potion. And then they can't even take us out with Slash, and we're just going to keep knocking them out. There's no reason to like worry about... We could send Bidoof in, but we don't need to do that right now. We're just going to potion to keep ourselves healthier. Irido would be pretty decent. We've got the Leaf to preserve this energy. I could Team Rocket Grunt now, but I don't want to. It's so much better if we do it right before. That's how you get the rage quits. People are just like not rocket ready, which is why I'm super excited for my last deck. Spoilers, you know. But yeah, we'll see what they end up doing. Their deck is really weird. I mean, there's the Houndoom. They could retreat into it. They could have like Leaf. Leaf into Houndoom like wouldn't be the worst in the world. There's the 4th energy. Like Crimson Storm is getting ready, but it's like a little... Oh wait, bro, it's too small. I can't see. Lol. That's pretty funny. It doesn't actually matter that much. We're gonna send Bidoof in now. They can't knock us out. I'm so silly. I can't believe I did that. We are going to do the water energy. I'm so silly. I knew that too. That's funny. We'll Team Rocket Grunt. We'll see if there's anything we can do. That way if we need to leaf next turn, and we'll get it. They're going to be upset. They're going to have to like commit a lot if they want to retreat. It's not going to be enough. And we can go into the Bibarel. We could Super Fang now that we know they can't attack us back, but all that does is bring us down to 35. They could run away. Yeah, I think this is correct. We'll just Bibarel. Whatever they send in isn't going to be able to damage us. We will then utilize our Rocky Helmet on Bibarel as we keep it healthy, and we'll end our turn. It's literally just like slightly far away from my vision. I know that has 4. I've been playing this game since release. I was thinking of the new one and it requiring 5, and obviously 5 is the threshold you want when Charizard comes out. That way it can attack twice. They aren't going to be able to retreat though, and the Houndoom's not going to take us out. So if they don't have an X speed or a leaf in there, okay, cool. Yeah, this game's in the bag. We didn't get to showcase the cool healing elements, but there's a lot of damage in this meta, so I feel like it's going to be kind of hard to showcase the healing elements as they're coming. There's the Charizard EX out. Anything they bring in also gets knocked out by our Bibarel. They must be breaking on like another Charizard in their hand or something. Yeah, that's like gotta be what it is. They haven't used any trainers. Not that they could like Cyrus right now or anything, but there's the Houndoom. We'll just wait and get it knocked out. Bibarel not being a water type, not being able to Misty with it yet. And there's the game. Good job, Bibarel. Good job, Wigglytuff. Alright guys, this next deck we're going to showcase is like Celebi, but it's using Gholdengo instead, who's very much the Celebi of steel types. 3 steel required, does 50 damage per head you get per when you roll per steel. So we're pairing that with Dialga. We're going second, which is awesome. We're kind of doing like an 18 trainer, really 16 trainer variation. We're looking for Dialga, we're looking for Gimmighoul, and we're just trying to get them set up in time. We're going to lead with Dialga. We're going second, which is awesome, and we'll see what the opponent's playing. Zapdos EX, interesting. I wasn't expecting him. I was thinking about playing him earlier, but the next deck I have has a very interesting twist on Zapdos that we'll get to see, so stay tuned. But the opponent's going to Pokeball. They've got the cool little Manaphy. Very cute. The Manaphy Piplup stuff is just adorable. And that's all they've got for their opening turn. We've got Communication. We're going to guaranteed Pokeball into Gimmighoul. This is why we play with the reduced characters. There's the Gimmighoul. We will be able to start getting that Gholdengo set up. Now, the only issue is that we might not get Gholdengo, except we're guaranteed it because, well, okay. We're 67% guaranteed, but that's like almost a guarantee, right? We have access to the Pokemon Communicator, which is going to switch something out in our hands, and it's going to get that Gholdengo ready. I think I'm going to keep Gimmighoul here. Go ahead and throw it on the board. We're going to keep this Dialga in our hands so that we can rotate it. We're going to end our turn, see what the opponent does. Hopefully they don't like Sabrina Gimmighoul in. That would suck. But a lot of people are playing less Sabrina, and I like Sabrina a lot, but Cyrus is just so powerful, especially if your deck can facilitate it. So there's the Patchy. Looks like they're playing like the Apache Risu Accelerator deck. This is cool. X-Speed with electric decks is always really cool, but we've got Patchy coming out. They're gonna ping our Palkia, our Dialga, and then they're gonna set up their Zapdos as they're going. And Zapdos has the potential to deal good damage. I mean, potential 200 for 3, and it being accelerated by Patchy is pretty decent. The only problem I have with cards like Patchy and Manaphy is you're guaranteeing yourself. So there's a second Communicator. So we actually do have the chance to just go straight into Gholdengo. We've got Iono too. We're not going to use it though. I'm on the fence about Iono. I think the reason I'm playing it in this deck is that once we get set up, we can disrupt the opponent. But we have nothing we want to disrupt from them right now. So we're just going to go ahead and Metallic Turbo, set up our Gholdengo, and we'll be ready to Gholdengo to win ranked masters, whatever it is. This is still normals, but basically we have greatly increased our chances of certain things. They're researching, which is annoying, but if they don't play too much, we can have a pretty effective Iono next turn. We are playing, I think we need to add a leaf to this deck. I think that'd be probably better than the Adaman. Adaman's a card I want to be really cool, but it feels like it never actually changes thresholds. So they're getting their Pikachu set up. If we have the Zapdos set up, they've got the Pikachu on the bench. We drew the Gholdengo, which is what we were waiting for. And now we're just going to start dealing a ton of damage. Now, what I want to do is twofold. I think I'm just going to keep the Dialga on the board so that we can continue setting Gholdengo up. But what happens is we won't deal enough. We need to take Patchy out. We need to not lose anyone else, though. We could retreat the Dialga into the Gholdengo, probably guaranteed knock the Patchy out. We will also have Golden Go on the crackback though for him, and we can possibly red. Just trying to figure out exactly what I want. Let's go ahead and just get this Golden Go full powered. We can hope to draw into something with Iono. We could Pokeball. I want to be able to knock Pachirisu out and then be able to throw something out that's going to damage it. I think including Dawn in this deck. This was a very preliminary throw the deck together kind of thing. But yeah, I want to be able to kill something with Dialga, but they won't be able to kill us either. Let's go ahead and keep Dialga up front, pressure whatever comes in, hope that it can't knock us out. So we'll do it that way. We will go ahead and Metallic Turbo. Golden Go should be able to deal plenty of damage to knock whoever out as long as we don't get too unlucky with it, and then we'll go from there. Golden Go. I don't love this. I'm so torn on this Pokemon. I think Gimmighoul and its gimmick from Gen 9 was really cool. I liked going around and collecting. There's the X speed. We have Cyrus, so if we can draw the Cyrus too, we'll be able to pressure it. What we're looking for right now is we'll probably Iono, see what we can pull into. We can. They're dawning up. I don't know why they didn't just use the electric energy. Maybe they're trying to. It doesn't change the math on anything. Hopefully they don't get 3 heads. We're looking for less than 3 heads. So for them, we need as many heads as we can get. So there's a Tails and a Tails. Oh my goodness, they're in shambles. Sometimes that could be us though in a second. You never know. That's the beauty of Pokemon Pocket, is sometimes them's the breaks. So they've got 3. I'm not gonna Iono for that. We're just gonna go ahead and research, see what else we can draw. I think we can safely. There's the Cyrus too. That's so good. What we're gonna do is, oh my goodness, that just sucks for them so bad. I like feel bad for them because we can do 100. We've got the red, who's going to deal a bonus 20. That's not enough. Doesn't change the math on anything. We're going to retreat. We're going to pull back. We're going to send in our Golden Go, and we're going to laugh, I think, hysterically as they don't, as we hit and they don't hit. That's the plan anyway. We can try to get something else set up. Yeah, let's just go ahead and use that scintillating surfing. Let's flip. We've got our master. There's 1. We need 2 more. Oh, uh-oh. No, we're just as bad. I mean, the 100 damage is good. We have Cyrus in hand, but if they take Golden Go out right now because of it, it's going to feel so bad. But that is just how the flips work. That's something like with Celebi, where I think Golden Go's too, now that I'm playing the deck, I think Golden Go's really light. I think playing him in something that's like powering him up with Dialga makes a lot of sense. It kind of plays similar to the Palkia deck with Manaphy. I wonder if we could do something like that, if there's a better stage to... Oh, they're just going to go straight for the attack. There's 1 heads. There's 2 heads. Oh, they got us. They knocked us out, but it's not over yet. Red plus Pikachu can knock us out on the crackback, but we can get our Golden Go set up. We can get the red. All right, we've got the plays. We know what we're doing now. Basically, we're looking for, not him. All right. This knocks out Zapdos. We're always doing this. We're communicating. We're just looking for the Gimmighoul, which we are guaranteed now, actually, because the Golden Go is in the grave, or the discard pile. We're going to Gimmighoul. We have Adaman, which means Adaman makes the difference, because even if they have red, they're going to deal 90 with maximum Pikachu damage, plus the 20. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. That's fine, though. We're just going to do it this way. We've got the Adaman. We're going to reduce the damage we take. We can kill Cyrus with Cyrus on the crackback. We've got this. As long as we don't get, like... Yeah. We're in good shape. I'm excited. This deck's fun. Basically, it's like very similar. It's like a smaller version of an 18 trainer deck where you're just utilizing the 4 basic between 2 Dialga, 2 Gimmighoul, and then you've got the Golden Go in the background. Also, I just realized on my overlay how good the Golden Go looks next to the Dialga. They knew what was coming. Here's the 90 damage. Red doesn't make the difference. We've got the Adaman. We've got the Cyrus. Such a powerful card. But yeah, this is the problem with those 1 prize plus 2 prize setup decks, is that when they do get knocked out, this is the fun part too, because we can always do that. We don't have a way... do we play for the... We could play for the memes. You know what? This is a Golden Go deck. We are Golden Going to do it the correct way. Here's Communicator. Communicatoring Dialga out. You know we got the win in spirit with Cyrus, but that's the lame way to do it. Here is that Surfing Golden Go. We're going to send him in, and we're just going to hit 2 heads. It's just that easy. Showcasing the power of the new cards as we red, deal bonus damage, and we just need 2 heads. It's that easy. Just 2 heads. 1. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay, well, you know, sometimes that happens. Maybe they don't have Cyrus. Maybe they don't have Sabrina. We might still win with this Cyrus, but we know we won in our hearts, you know. You had to do it for the content, right? It's the content that really matters. Thankfully, this isn't ranked yet, so our craziness isn't too punishing. We'll see what they do. Hopefully they don't think we're just BMing them. That's not going to change it, bro. That's not going to change it, bro. We just need 1 more heads, and the game is just good to go. Good to go. This is why Cyrus is so powerful. Cyrus is going to just make it where we win the game anyway. Ooh. Or... Alright, we know we won in spirit, but let's make them feel a little better about their lives, okay? Let's make them know that they were just unlucky enough to lose this game when we flipped triple heads, just like their Zapdos did. 1. Oh no. This is why I don't gamble, by the way. This is why I don't gamble. I mean, if we had the red, we would have got it that time, but just like that. Oh, wait. Oh, it's over. I was about to say, they don't even win if they knock this Golden Go out. We should have at least put the energy on Dialga, because now they have 1 less, oh my no. Oh my no. They've got 1 less point they need. They take out Golden Go, and then we lose from there. But sometimes them's the breaks. Oh, they're retreating into their Pikachu, which we could have pulled out. I just want to show them the Cyrus, that we could have won the whole time. You know, I want them to know that it could have been us. They also have 1 card left in deck, so there's no way that they don't have the other X speed. They can always pull this Patchy back out. Here's the Dialga. We don't have any way to do anything to it. Yeah. You know, sometimes the game is like that. There's the other Dialga, though. Hold up. I don't know about you. We do get the full art Iona, though. Hold up. And then if we draw the Cyrus, this will be crazy. There's no way we still... Oh, we Iono'd. Okay, okay, I'm silly. They got it. Alright, we do a little bit of trolling, but now we're gonna like be a little more serious, you know. We doubled down on trying to get the Golden Ghost Scintillating Surfing knockout, even though we have the win guaranteed. But it turns out BMers never prosper. Remember that in your ranked games, kid. BMing never prospers. We're going to go first. We've got the Dialga. Perfect. We've got a pretty decent setup. We've got the Adaman. If we were going second, we'd be even better off. Another grass deck I see. So interested to see what's going to happen here. Could be another... Oh, okay. So a Leafeon deck, it looks like. Or they're just playing like the most cracked Flareon deck of you've ever seen in your life. We're going to do the Pokeball. Hopefully we don't see the other Dialga. There's the other Dialga. That's exactly what I said I didn't want to see. We'll end our turn. Go from there. I want to get like continuous stepped on 8 times by this Eevee. I think that would be really funny. Just attack. Just continuous step, knock us out. Oh, there's the red too. Does that apply if it deals tails? This will be good for science. If they get tails, will they still deal 20 extra damage? There's the tails. And they're going to deal no damage. So if you do not deal damage, you do not deal bonus damage. Spoiler alert on red. There's the research. I like what they were going for though. We're going to keep looking for that Gimme Ghoul or the Pokeball. There's the Cyrus. There's the Communicator. So we do have that. If we communicate into the other Goldengo, that's really bad. So we're going to hang on to it and see if we can draw something better. Let's end our turn. They're going to Leafy on us this next turn, and that's probably going to be pretty powerful. I want to read the text on red. There's the Pokeball. Text used by your do plus 20 damage. So if it doesn't deal damage, it doesn't deal plus 20. Sprigatito. And maybe they didn't draw the Leafy on EX. Oh, Team Rocket Grunt. I like this card. I like it especially when it doesn't work on me, but it works against the opponents. Now we're going to be able to get set up. It's a fun way to like cancel and knock out that setup, but there's the continuous step. They're only going to deal 20. Thank goodness they missed it last turn. Coin flips would be like that. Decks without coin flips are probably way better, but we do see Misty popping off sometimes. We do not want to flip this. I really want to start getting towards this Goldango though, so we are going to communication and see if we can grab it. That's probably not even correct because we need Pokeball, and now we don't have a way to get Goldango back, but I'm just annoyed that I can't get it set up. There it is, though. So we do have that as an option. We are going to hit him with the Metallic Turbo, which is enough to knock out the Eevee. I almost want to attack this Sprigatito, only because it does weirdly force them to have... We don't think they have Leafeon, though. They could just be outplaying me. We're going to assume they don't have Leafeon and they're not that good. And they would have played the Leafeon because it would have dealt 90 damage. More pressure. They're not like that ahead of us, I think, as far as like just on the mind games. They could also just draw it. But I'm assuming it's more likely they have Floragato than they have Leafeon. So yeah, we'll see what they have. There's a Sabrina. It's going to force... I think it's going to force Gimmighoul because we can just always retreat back out. They have to hit triple heads. That's a 1 in 8. If they get Leafeon, though, they just knock us out, actually. No Leafeon, or they would have used it, unless they're just about to, like, Dawn Leafeon us. We had the correct call on the Leafeon, though. Tails. Okay, cool. We're in, like, great spot. If we can... Oh, if we get Goldango here, Sabrina goes really crazy. We can flip out. There's research. Oh, but... Sabrina does not go crazy but I would rather do this and have it where the Leafeon is. We don't get the double points. They could really be playing well. Which I'll just give it to them if they're playing well. We'll research Iono, and yes, we got the Goldango. We cannot do what we need to do to the... Oh, we're in such a good little spot, actually. So we have Potion and Adaman. The Meowscarada deals 60 plus 70 to EXs. So we are going to just go ahead and do this and hope we get a single heads. What we're going to try to do is if they do have the Meowscarada in hand... Okay, cool. We got what we needed. If they have Meowscarada in hand, we're playing around the fact that we do have Adaman, and we can change the math up, which is super nice. Adaman actually coming in handy in this matchup. I know this isn't like the most prevalent matchup in the world, but it feels like the deck would be pretty strong, maybe a little inconsistent. But having Leafeon, Meowscarada, they have Cyrus in hand. They will knock us out. We had already researched, though, but now we're seeing the lines. The brain cells are firing. What are they going to send out? Oh, they don't have it. Okay, even at so... If they did have it, we would be okay, because even if they knock us out, we would then send in the other Goldango. We'll go ahead and use this to increase our math. Excuse me. We're going to go ahead and Adaman, show them, hey, we're going to reduce all the damage you've got coming in. You're not going to Cyrus kill us if for some reason we get a bunch of tails. We have the potion in hand, which isn't going to change the math either, but we're scintillating surfing on top of them. There's the heads. We just need one more heads. We just need one more heads. We just need... Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, at least we'll have the opportunity for them. This is why I stopped playing the Celebi deck, by the way. I could have 16 energy on Celebi and deal 50 damage consistently, and the game would take forever to load, so it's not even, a good time. They've got the cape, which is going to change the heads math. They're so smart. And they've got Erica healing themselves up. Oh my goodness, now the math is changing. They're doing their can. They are playing to their outs, which if you watched my top 10 video on how to climb in ranked, that's one of them. So I'm not going to spoil the rest of them. Go check the video out. I'm desperate, please. We've got another Gimmighoul. We're going to get it here. We are going to set it up. We are going to put another energy on him because why not? We are going to potion up this guy, and then we're going to use another Adaman. We are saying you are not going to step on us today, Meowscarada, because they could also have Giovanni, right? That's a thing we're playing around now. So really, we just need to hit any of these heads, please. I know I don't love Goldango, but this is just fun, right? 1, 2, 3. All right, we got it. We got the win with the Scintillating Surfer. I like this deck a lot. I might have some more fun with this deck, honestly. We're gonna go ahead and slide into the next one, but yeah, I definitely want to mess around with this deck a little bit more. Alright guys, we are back with another exciting deck, and this is a deck I'm really excited about. I'm calling it Palmy Beat. Basically the plan is to use Palma as our efficient electric attacker while we set Zapdos up. This Zapdos is really cool. When it attacks, it also deals 30 damage to one of your characters, so we're combining it with the fact that Palma has a free retreat cost, and that Regigigas gets increased damage. So while we're chilling with this extra energy, we can kind of be doing something pretty powerful. But so we're going first. This will be a nice showcase too of how to kind of play some of your cards. We don't have the best opener in the world, but they've got Charmander. Old Charmander is very bad now. I mean, discard an energy to attack with Ember when new one does it for free. But we've got the second Palmy. We're going to go ahead and get it out. I'm going to go... I'm going to go ahead and throw this on here. I don't think it's going to want to do anything to us, but yeah, we need to see the other... what's the middle one called? There's Palmy, there's Palmo, I think, and then Palmont. But yeah, Palmont Beat, Palmy Beat, Palmont Beat, something like that. Let me know in the comments, you know, what a cool name is, but definitely resembling something like Hero Beat from Yu-Gi-Oh! We've got the, they've got themselves backwards, which is nice. They might retreat out into it. That way they can get set up. Yeah, that's what they're doing. But this is weak to electric, so Palmy Beat is already coming in clutch. We don't even need to get the second Palmy. We can start getting other things set up. They're caping their Charmander. Okay, whatever. People just be playing cards for no reason, honestly. But, oh, research. That's exactly what we needed to see. I love this background, by the way. The red background is so sick. Speaking of red, we're going to be able to utilize him to surprise the opponent. Really don't want to end up... I didn't mean to do that. I really don't want to end up losing... this one. Honestly, we've got the double red in hand. We can use it next turn too. They're weak to us. That's 40. We could deal 60. We could deal 60. Then they have the Charizard. Charizard has 180. So we might actually end up needing the power of red to knock it out later. And we can keep the Moltres in and kill it with... Oh, they've got the Charmeleon shiny. That's so nice. These cards look so good. I'm not like a shiny hunter in the games, but man, this has made me enjoy the promise of shiny hunting. Now, though, that they've committed Potion and they have nothing in their hand, really, it looks like, we're going to start using the red on the Moltres. It's really forced them to have it. We're a no... Oh, okay. They've got good heads luck, but it doesn't matter. We have better luck. We're going to have better luck. We're a one-prize deck. Oh, that's so annoying. We are going to go ahead and start getting our Zapdos set up, though. This guy is strong. 100 damage, and then being able to dealing damage to yourself isn't always the best thing, obviously, but it's going to be pretty powerful when it comes to combining it with that Regigigas, which we will see eventually. I'm only running one. You would never want to have a second one. It's really just here as something to have a target for the Zapdos, because 100 damage for 3 on a basic, this card is kind of sleeper, honestly. We didn't see it getting used before because of the old Zapdos EX, but it will be pretty powerful to use here. They've got Charizard EX. They're set up and ready to go. We're going to see how they do on this last one. They've got the Slash too. Oh, that'd be really annoying. Okay. Phew. They don't... They could have just swapped out and knocked out our Palmy, and that would have been a problem. They're going to get even more energy, so Charizard is going to be able to blaze through us here in a second. Sorry, my nose is killing me. We draw. Oh, that is not what we need. We will draw the... We will use the Pokeball. We will... get the Regigigas, so we have that combo online a little bit at least. We might be able to utilize it later. We're going to go ahead and get it set up, and we're going to red again. That way we can get this Moltres out of here. That way we don't have to worry about finding Cyrus. Double weakness plus red is a pretty powerful way to like knock things out. I was scared for a second because it said 40, but then I remembered weakness doesn't apply on the attack modifier. So yeah, they're about to start blast burning us to death. Is it blast burn? I never remember. Crimson Storm. That's even cooler than Blast Burn, I think. I don't know. I like the alliteration. They attack, though. They have 2 Blast Burn uses before they have to start slashing, but they really should just slash. There's no reason to not slash. Yeah. Sometimes people are bad and don't utilize those things. We also need to draw the middle Palmy evolution. That would be good as well, because then, yeah, that's like really what we need here, I think. Because I don't think it matters, honestly. Yeah, they still have the slash. We've got the research. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see what we roll into. Yeah, they just got set up. They got the heads. They got the luck. They got the, we got the cape. That would have mattered last turn, but it doesn't matter now, unfortunately. The cape is going to go well on our Regigigas. We can Pokeball for the other Zapdos, but the math is not going to math unfortunately. We have 40 damage here on it next turn because it is weak to... Oh, it's weak to water. Yeah, alright. Well, we had the right idea, but unfortunately it's not going to matter. And so let's go ahead and attack, just so we can kind of showcase some of the power this deck could potentially have. The Raging Thunder, we're going to stick our Regigigas with it. The Barbs are going hard. 100, we need to be able to deal 80. This would deal that, but we don't have 4 energy. But it would deal 80 with the 1 Zapdos click. But yeah, there's the Blast Burn. Let's just see what we draw for turn. And this is the problem with these stage 2 decks, is sometimes you don't hit. This one in particular is only running 1 communicator. You could like get Regigigas or something. Maybe I could make an argument for the second communicator instead of the Zapdos. That might be a thing we could do. But them not having the electric weakness, them having the water weakness, makes it a little different. We got the Palmo, but it is unfortunately too late. So we'll go ahead and hop into the next one. Alright guys, we're heading into that next game, and hopefully we can see a Palmo this time. Not being able to see it, sometimes it happens. We've had pretty good luck for all of the games we've been playing today, so we might as well have some bad luck every here and there. We're going first again. I wish this Palmo was a 1-attacker. This is also one of the worst case scenarios for the deck. Leading Regigigas, this isn't worth it. We're cutting this. Alright guys, and we are heading into our next game. Hopefully we won't get unlucky this time. Sometimes that's just the case with these stage 2 decks. You just don't find the stage 1. Something about the Charmeleons and Palmos of the world are always preventing us from having a good time. That deck, that game could have went a lot different if we got to see it, but we just got stuck with Palmot in hand. I really wish they would do more stage 1s that attack with 1 energy, but we do have the Palmot here. This is the problem with the stage 1s. Oh, and Sudowoodo is about to mess this deck up. Okay, I'm just saying, this is pretty powerful. We have the Pokeball at least, so we can see if we can find like the Zapdos, I guess. There's the Zapdos. It just doesn't do enough quick enough, honestly. We are going to take 20 plus 20 because we're weak to the fighting, and we're going to lose half our health, and that's going to feel really bad. But okay, let's just see how it shakes up, shall we? This is the problem with stage 1s that can't attack with 1 energy. If we could attack with 1 energy, this wouldn't be nearly as bad. We could commit Cape, we could like have some things in order, but instead what happens is I have to choose next turn between attacking or just evolving, and just evolving is we're just going to be so slow. We do have the Palmot though, but do we really want to commit losing Palmot that early? I mean, I guess we can. Why not, right? We will try this out. Only because we have Palmot in hand already. We're going to stay in here. Hopefully they don't have Giovanni. This only has 20 more health. I don't think they run Giovanni, right? They don't have Riolu set up. We'll be fine. I don't want to get Sabrina'd out into Zapdos. That'd be really bad. We will knock out Sudowoodo, though. Well, we don't even knock it out. That's like the other problem is this Palmot does not deal much damage when it comes in. I wonder if there's a better pair up for it. I just don't like pairing stage 2s like this with EXs, but maybe with like Zapdos EX. I think the fun stuff we've got going on here is a little more interesting, but we're going to have that Palmot come out. We are going to have it ready to go. We are going to have the Zapdos on the bench. Red is dead in this matchup. This is one of those cases where red just does nothing. It's a dead card in our hand, but we could retreat. But it's not going to do anything if we retreat. I mean, we're literally just running away, so Zapdos dies instead. They will knock themselves out if they do attack, though. They could switch out to the Rampardos or the Cranidos, but we're just going to lose. This is the power of this low-efficiency deck, and I think this deck is... Oh, they've got the golden Pokeball, man. I'm so jealous. I wanted it so bad. I did not pull it. They got the Riolu. Let's see how they choose to do this. They're going to retreat into the Cranidos, I guess, and then Cranidos can just knock us out. Even if they go Rampardos, it doesn't really matter because our Zapdos is not going to do much. This deck is not as good as I want it to be, honestly, but it's not the most consistent thing in the world either. What does suck is that we could have lived with the Giant Cape, because I forgot Palmont has so much health, but it doesn't really make the difference. They could have Rampardos. They probably do have it, but maybe not. We have the Zapdos. We have no way to do anything. We don't have enough. Yeah, okay. Let's just get out of here and go to the next one. All right, guys, here we are on the next one. I'm going to showcase this combo, I swear. This one's like a little memeier. I like the idea that's going on, but it just doesn't seem to be very consistent. We also keep going first, which sucks with this garbage Palmo that cannot attack, that can only attack. Oh, yes. We're going second. Suddenly, our deck is online. It's going to be so good. We're even leading with the Zapdos Regigigas combo and Pokeball Research. If there's a game to lose, it's not this one. Okay, and we're playing a water deck, so hopefully we can hit for like weakness. They've got the Palkia going first, and they've got Wiglet in the background. So as long as we don't get Misty flipped out of this game as soon as it starts, we should be good to go. Zapdos Regigigas, not very good. I've definitely decided watching this. Okay, and we're going to immediately get Misty flipped, but it's just one energy, so it's okay. Oh, being able to slash turn one. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Let's just take a breath. It's okay. With weakness plus red, we still can't knock this thing out. Man, this deck is not good. Who told me to build this deck? We will guaranteed Palmo 67% of the time. Perfect. Palmy, my bad. I will never understand all their things. We are going to Rocky Helmet our Zapdos, though. That's going to keep us alive. We did draw the Palmy. Yeah, Palmo. This guy is cool. I wish he was a little cooler, but it's okay. We are going to Regigigas. We are set up. We have like full combo right here. They're not going to be able to do anything against us. I dare them to slash us as long as they don't hit another Misty. And this is just the Misty thing. And this is why I think Grunt isn't nearly as good. They've got Research. Grunt isn't nearly as good as Misty. They can always get that attack off still. If they Misty flip, there's the Manaphy. It's a little late. This looks like a Manaphy. Oh, they've got the Wugtrio Shiny EX. Let's go. High rarity decks. The full art Manaphy. The immersive Palkia. The Shiny Wugtrio EX. I also pulled a Shiny Wugtrio EX. And I'm torn on if I like this card or not. I think the Dragonite card is really, really cool. They're going to attack with the Slash. They don't know. They don't understand how strong we're about to be. We Rocky Helmet them. Then we knock them out with weakness. They don't understand. We're just not going to die to the... We're not going to get knocked out by the old Wugtrio flips either. We're just going to be able to continue to get set up. Can they knock us out here? It requires 4. They might just get like a Misty flip. We'll just see. Not much to do otherwise, right? If they attack into us, like what are they trying to do? That's what I'm confused about. I mean, they could just have Giovanni, right? Maybe they think this is Zapdos EX because no one plays Zapdos. And they've got Arceus. They're just coming at us with the powerful cards. Oh, they're not attacking. Okay, hold up. We're in a great position. They have no idea that we're about to knock them out, right? We're just going to red them. We'll save Professor's Research for next turn. We've got the Palmies. We can stick our Regigigas. All right, deck is coming together. Here you go, Regigigas. I ain't worried about you taking a little bit of damage. We're a one-prize deck. There you go, Palkia. You got killed by Zapdos. You know, fitting because Zapdos is like electric god of thunder, right? Oh, man, this background looks so good. I keep forgetting how cool this looks. And they're going to send the Wugtrio out, who's also weak. They're not challenging us. They have no way to challenge us. We could just draw another red, and Zapdos could double stick take them out. I'm taking Reggie. Oh, no. Please don't do it to us. Okay, they already got their one for the game. If your deck can't win off of one, and they conceded because they know we're just going to Zapdos them. This deck's so powerful. In 4 more turns, we would have had the Regigigas. That's just how it goes, you know. So let's roll in to our final deck, the one I am most excited about. All right, guys, and here we are for the deck I am the most excited about. These are my personal pulls. That's why it's so scattered. We've got Shiny, Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill. I really wanted this. I got it in the last 10 packs. In my God pack, I got the full art and I got the shiny art, so really excited about it. I think Beedrill is such a cool card. 2 grass energy to rip the opponent's, you know, energy off of them is so good. We've got double Weedle start. This Weedle gets to pull a Weedle out of the deck, so that's not like the best in the world. But because we are a well-designed stage 2, our Kakuna can attack on turn 3. And there's the Kakuna. Speaking of, we might even get the awesome little opportunity to have the shiny into thing. So we've got Celebi. So what we can also potentially do, I'll just showcase it next turn. Let's go ahead and end our turn, see what the opponent is up to. Communicator, such a cool card. Putting the card back in the deck lets you do the Pokeball Shuffle, but it also lets you do the Weedle Shuffle. And if we don't deal damage to Druddigon, we also get to not take damage back. So, as long as we don't get leafed into Cranidos right now, man, we've got the Weedle. This is so... I'm so excited, honestly. I'm so excited. We're going to Communicator. Let's not even do that. Let's just get Kakuna set up. We're going to see if we can paralyze. We need to try to get to... we could try to get to Sabrina. So basically what happens in this deck, what could happen, is they're setting up in the back with this... is that the Dome Fossil? I'm so thrown off by what this deck is now. Yeah, they've got the Dome Fossil. So they're just playing something different. That's cool. We'll see what ends up happening. We are playing the Team Rocket Grunts in this deck because... when Beedrill attacks, it just completely gets rid of an energy. I have an episode on Fearow where we get to see how powerful that is, and that's a flip. And so the Mawile is a flip, but Beedrill does it every single time, and that's so good because what happens is you can like mana lock the opponent. You can just stop them from being able to attack. Now it does lose to lower efficiency decks, things like, I don't know why they would do that. Things like that require the fighting deck that only requires like one fighting energy across almost all of the Pokemon. That does nothing to. You can stop like some of their pivoting plays, but really it doesn't do anything crazy. Anything that's setting up though, being able to have Beedrill and Grunts and having enough time is so fun. We've got Communicator for consistency. We've got the Iono in hand too. So one of the things we could potentially do is we're going to shuffle our Weedle back into our deck, and we could potentially Weedle again. I'm pairing this up with Celebi because Celebi's just a basic EX mon, and then also what ends up happening, they don't have Leaf. I don't think they have Leaf. Wait, what did I just do? Oh, I did not mean to. I used Communicator instead of placing my Beedrill. Whoops. We'll see what ends up coming out here. That's exactly what we wanted. Shiny, into, for consistency's sake, the shiny Beedrill. Let's go. We're set up. We're going to start ripping energy from our opponent. We could shuffle their hand back in, but we don't want to do that because it doesn't look like they have the Granidos. I'm so thrown off by my fossils now, but we are going to just knock the Druddigon out. I was thinking it was 70. It deals 80 damage. Druddigon's knocked out. We could get hit by the Granidos. Beedrill has 170 health, which is not anything to scoff at. We have Erica in this deck. There's a lot of one-ofs. The reason we play the one Pokeball is because Weedle can search for itself. Communicator plus Pokeball lets you Pokeball the card out. So they're communicating, they're looking, they're like, I can't lose to a Beedrill, it's a Beedrill. Those who don't know, I love bug Pokemon, they're some of my favorites, they're always so bad, I always end up taking one to like the Elite Four, I run them really far in my Nuzlocke. Beedrill is one who just like, I think it's really cool. I've always been a Butterfree stan. Yeah, they just don't have what they need. So we're just gonna, now that Beedrill's set up, we just get Celebi set up. It's like a little more committal than the, Executory X deck because you get to run fewer Mon, but this deck has like a much more fun control variation to it. They are also breaking, so we can't showcase too much, but being able to just have Beedrill slowing them down while Celebi gets to ramp up and up and up is the perfect idea of this deck. And then it's got all these fun little things of like switching things in and out. With Sabrina, we've got the double grunts. This is one of the first decks I found that double grunts make sense in. We have the Sabrina as well. We've got the Mars. Yeah, just some really fun stuff. And I'm so excited I got the full shiny line, honestly. That's just like, it's so cool that those are the three of the shinies that I got. Being able to have it all the way through, even though I still don't have a Tinkaton and I don't have a Pikachu EX. It's just like that. I don't know what our opponent's waiting for. The will to live, to return to their life, I think. Because, yeah, there's the concession. And just like that, we're cracked. It helps that the opponent didn't attack at all, you know, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and roll into the last game. Alright guys, and we have finally made it to the last showcase game. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. Hopefully you learned a little bit. Hopefully we got to see some new of what the meta might look like as people are kind of unlocking more cards. So we're going to see what we're playing up against. I can't pronounce our opponent's name. We're going second, which is really good. First or second in this deck isn't really bad. We've got the Weedle, so we can search for our other Weedle, the shiny one that we're looking for. And we're just going to go one. They're going Psychic. There's the Giratina. This is going to be a powerful deck. I am telling you, the ability to circumvent Gardevoir for that early kill with Giratina and having Dawn. They've got the research. We'll see how our opponent hits, and I'm happy. I'm excited to fight something, especially that our deck could potentially pair up against so well with the Beedrill knocking that energy off. The background also, new background, looks so sick. We are going to be able to deal enough damage to this Giratina to knock it out in 3 turns with the Beedrill, which is going to be so funny if they're bellowing and ending their turn and we're Beedrilling and knocking it out. So we have an option here. We could Sabrina. That could be like cute. We're just trying to slow them down just a little bit. The thing is we can't research this turn if we want to guarantee our Weedle. And I would like to guarantee the Weedle before we research. So let's just go ahead and pop the Sabrina. We also have Grunts in hand, which is going to be very funny. So we're just trying to effectively slow down the opponent's strategy before they're able to do anything to us in return. So we only need 2 energy on this Weedle to get it going. So after next turn, we'll just start powering the Celebi up. And then any damage we do after that. There is our beautiful shiny Weedle on the bench, ready to go. And they might have just found themselves in a very unfortuitous matchup, but we will get to see how it actually goes. There's a lot of theoretical matchups that do not work nearly as effective as people think they do. For instance, right here, we don't have Kakuna yet. If we don't get the paralysis, they bellows their Giratina. Oh, they're just going to swap us out. This does nothing. If they bellows their Giratina, they could Dawn next turn and wipe us out before we could get set up. So that's a potential option that the opponent does have. I wonder if they're playing 18 trainers now that I think about it. We can grab the other Celebi. This Pokeball is dead. So this is, you know, surprise, another tip. We have an option here. I think we need to just research to get something else going online. This way we can use our Weedles as walls if we don't get what we need. Here, the Multiply doesn't do anything, so we're just going to go ahead and start getting our Celebi set up. We have the double Grunts. We don't have a target for Pokeball, so we don't just want to waste it because we are playing Communicator. So we can communicate back one of the Pokeball targets, this Celebi, get something else, and then get the Celebi back to our hand. We're going to use the fact that they've Sabrina us out to get our Celebi set up and see if we can do some stuff. This also deals 20 damage to itself, but I don't think it's going to change any of the math. It gets rid of their cape, which is good. If they bellows here, they'll be able to attack next turn, but we could maybe get Celebi set up by then. It really just depends. Again, the stage 2 problem, not being able to find what we need, but we do have the Grunt, and it's going to feel so good to Grunt, rip apart this Giratina setup. I think they're playing 18 trainer Giratina. There's the Kakuna. Let's Grunt first and see what ends up happening. The Sabrina we do not have. We're going to Grunt, see if we can get at least a couple. That'd be great, but we'll see how Misty lucky we are. Let's flip. 1. We got 1. So it does force them to use. We have some options. I think we're actually going to go ahead. They're just going to use their regular Psychic Energy here. We have Kakuna now, so we can potentially stun lock them. That could be the play. We'll go ahead and go here. Put an energy on Kakuna. Force them to bellows. And then we have the other Celebi. Okay, that's the play. They can just put their energy for turn on Giratina, and it's ready to attack. And that's a pretty formidable attacker. But we are going to have Beedrill online next turn. Oh, no! Okay, we're going to have Beedrill anyway. It doesn't even matter. We're going to draw it. We're going to draw it. We're going to draw it. Oh, no. So we can Iono into it, but now that we don't have the potentiality of that, plus they're basically going to get their attacks off each time. We won't be able to lock them. We're in a bit of a pickle, honestly. But on the bright side, if we don't draw Beedrill, we just don't evolve Kakuna. And then they'll only get 1 prize for our efforts. Oh, I don't know why they're doing that. Oh, they're just going to go ahead and get the second one set up, I guess. I suppose that is an option. We can Kakuna here. Yeah, let's Kakuna here. We'll get some damage off so we can Cyrus it when time comes. If we paralyze it, that's even better. We've got Grunt. We've got a little bit of time. They don't have any prize points yet. We'll see if we can get anything going with this paralysis. But yeah, so the idea here is they're just going to try to get both set up. Oh, wow. Yeah. We don't get the paralysis. That's unfortunate. We are going to have them have to commit a Psychic Energy. They could also Psychic and then Bellows, but I think you just start attacking at this point. They're potioning, sure, whatever. Change some of the mathematics. But we will survive with one. We can go out into the other one. We'll see what we can do. I'm sure they have Cyrus. We could coin flip them out of the game too, though, but this Celebi just doesn't have enough health, unfortunately. They for sure have, like, an EX, right? So, Celebi into flip, or we just roll for the Beedrill. We can always revert back into the Celebi, so let's just go from there. Draw! Communicator doesn't do anything. Let's Iono. Let's force the opponent to have some kind of out or something. We could paralyze them as well, which would be pretty good. That might just be what we end up doing. We have Beedrill. We can take them out. They have the other one, though, but we have Rocket Grunts. So what we're going to try to do is see if we can cheese them with the Grunts, because if we knock this Giratina out and then we grunt the other one, we will be able to then lock them with the Beedrill, hopefully. This is just straight Giratina, 18 trainer. Seems fine. I mean, honestly, the new trainers are pretty powerful, and so being able to have access to whatever one you need is pretty helpful. They're going to attack here, I'm sure, right? Pokemon Center Lady. That is going to put them out of the threshold, actually. So it would force us to switch into Celebi. And they're potioning. It's so annoying. Yeah, okay, this deck has some teeth, I think. They don't get the instant setup as Misty, but it's more consistent, which is something I've consistently talked about. I also don't have a second Giratina, so I can't be doing all this stuff. We have to play to our outs here, which is what? It's really just Rocket into Hoping. There's nothing we could draw that's not a trainer that does something more effective. All right, play to our outs. We are going to grunt this back Giratina, okay? This is part of it, okay? Oh, it's active Pokemon. Huh, the more you know. This Giratina is now locked, but they can just retreat out into the other one, unfortunately. So that's going to be this game. We can throw this Celebi on here. We can attack. Yeah, it's just going to be able to get itself out. So let's just see what our luck looks like. We could not find the Kakuna in time. Had we have found it sooner, we could have had a little bit more of a chance. We're gonna get Golden Goat, aren't we? Oof. Okay, well, that's my cue to get out of here. I just got 18 trainered by Giratina, so yeah, let's go ahead and concede. I do think this is going to be a deck to worry about. I think a dark deck really destroys it, though. Like the Darkrai Weavile deck would really knock this out. It's good against the Beedrill deck, too, so it might be the Meta Crusher. But yeah, anyway, let's send our thanks. And if you made it this far, thank you again so much for watching. I'm having a great time with Pocket content. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Hopefully one of these decks was interesting. Let me know which one you try out and which one your favorite is in a comment. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm releasing new content pretty consistently. I have a show where I roll a wheel and play that Pokemon with some other cards and just force myself to play some of the original bad genetic Apex and see if I can build an interesting deck around it. Kind of like that Zapdos deck we just did. That might be a hint to where that, if I get Zapdos, could go. But anyway, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll smell you later.